What were some of the painful points that you had to relive through
Mm.
these words?
I think the hardest for me was there was one time I talk about my mom and I being homeless and we're moving to Alabama. And I remember she told me, "This is your last day in San Diego." And she had things to do right after school. So I had to hurry up, come home. For some reason, all I heard was last day in San Diego. So my idea was, let me tell my friends that I'm going to hang out with them before I go. Cause I don't want to leave San Diego to Alabama of all places. Um, and I went with my friends for 3, 4 hours. I don't have a cell phone. My mom has no idea where I'm at.
Mhm.
So we're still living in the shelters at this time, and we're moving from the shelter to Alabama, where it's a little bit more stability. My mom eventually realizes she can call one of my friends' mothers. She calls her, trying to figure out where I'm at, and it's just downhill from there. The lady, my friend's mom, asking me, "Were you supposed to be here? Did your mom say it was okay?" Me telling her no, and then now they're driving me to my mom, and I just see my mom pacing, just angry, angry. And she knows this is probably the only like real regret I have. That day, she was trying to get to our storage where we had my first medals, trophies from being an adaptive athlete. We had baby pictures for me, baby pictures for her. Just a lot of our life in this storage, and it was just a sign for us to have something after once we get it more stability. And we lost it. We lost everything.
Jeez.
And yeah, and it's just that hurt because I can't remember seeing my mom. I remember seeing a picture of my mom as a baby, and that was the only one she had. Um, Everything else was lost. They were living in Florida, so she lost it during the hurricanes
How'd
that
they
were out
lose it?
there.
Like, did someone come in and clean out the storage unit?
Yeah, they auction if you don't
Yeah.
pay after a certain time.
And you've never
So
been able to recover any of that stuff. Like, sometimes it pops up, right?
yeah, it's all gone. Um, it was I mean, I was 12, I think.
Yeah.
This is 2004. So yeah, it's been tough. And my mom, she's like, "Let it go, it's fine, blah blah blah." Like she's so whatever about it.
Mhm.
But for me, that was hard because I wanted to show my kids like pictures of her when she was young. I wanted to show them pictures of me. Um, so that was one of the hardest ones while we were going through living in a shelter and wanting to get back to normal. And now we have to restart everything.
Yeah, I wanna touch on that because I didn't mention that in the intro, the part
Mhm,
about being homeless.
mhm,
And I'll have you explain it because your mom had a job. She
mhm,
had a job with, the Department of Defense, right? That was when you were born,
mhm.
and she had a job when you were younger, but the decision to quit that job and have to, I guess, lose everything, that was
Mhm.
a decision of hers, right? So walk me through
Right.
that.
Yeah, she was working for the Navy as a civilian for I think for about 15 years. She left Florida when she was 18. So yeah, about 15 years. Um and she met my dad there and they had me. Eventually her and my father broke up. And when she had me, she learned that I was going to need either a wheelchair or prosthetics. My feet were twisted. There was no way I can brace myself on my foot. So she knew there would be some type of equipment, but her insurance doesn't cover durable medical equipment for anybody outside of herself. And they weren't going to give it to her because they wouldn't have hired her,
Mhm.
if she needed something like that.
Yeah.
Um, so it was a situation where she just didn't know what to do, and she knew that if she didn't have a job, if she was relying on nothing, we can get Medi-Cal and children's services to cover my prosthetics. And she was already kind of on the fence. This was, 92. I was 90. This was 93, like mid 93, when she realized that she wanted to amputate my legs. So it's still, for somebody to grow up on prosthetics, it's still very new. Um, but she was like, I blame it on the fact that she's a Star Trek fan. So, and I remember what they told her and what she thought was like, oh yeah, he's gonna be like super sci-fi. And I love that she thought that because that works out. That's my spirit as well.
Welcome to the show where dreams take flight.